Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to Finance with Abram. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a massive bonus that Capital One has going on for their 360 Performance Savings account. Yes, you can earn up to $1,500 with this bonus, but with a great bonus comes great requirements. And I'm going to get into all the details here and let you know all the steps and when to expect the bonus and so forth. Let's get right into it here. First, starting with eligibility. You will not be eligible if you have currently or have had an open 360 Performance Savings, 360 Savings, 360 Money Market, Savings Now, or Confidence Savings account with Capital One as a primary or secondary account on or after January 1st, 2022. So if you currently have any one of those accounts open, then you would not be eligible. If you had that account open, a few years ago and you closed it before January 1st, 2022, then you could be eligible for this bonus. If you had one of those accounts open for a while or however long, but you just canceled it in 2023 or 2024, then you will not be eligible for this bonus. So that's one of the main stipulations right here for this bonus. Now, currently there's no expiration date for this bonus. However, Capital One states that they could change the terms, the bonus, or add an expiration date at any time. However, once your account is open with the promotional code, the terms of the offer will not change without Capital One notifying you in advance. So if you want this bonus, basically, better to act sooner than later because there's no guarantee that this promotional bonus will be around next month, next week, or so forth. Some banks and financial institutions will have a certain expiration date for their promotional offers, and sometimes they'll extend them and they may change things about the bonus, but they'll have an expiration date for that bonus, those requirements and everything. And then sometimes it gets extended and so forth. So I try to definitely make sure I have that expiration date in these videos when it's available, and when it's not, like for this one, just let you know, currently no expiration date. However, whenever you see this video, could still be going on or it may not be going on. No guarantees from me and no guarantees from Capital One. Now, let's get into the steps to obtain this bonus. Step number one is opening the account. Now, you have to open a new 360 Performance Savings account with the bonus promo code, as you see it right there on the screen, bonus 1500. So yes, BONUS 1500. That is the promotional bonus code right there. Now, if you open the account through the promotional page, typically that promo code is going to be in the application already because you clicked on the link. It's already in there. It's going to be embedded basically. And actually in the link, I have it down in the description. It does have bonus 1500 in the actual link to the promotional page for this bonus. So link in the description. So if you open the account through that link, still make sure the bonus promo code is there when you're going through the application. And if you don't open it through the link, definitely make sure you enter that promo code in that section. Now, you can open this account with Capital One through the website online, through that promotion link, or through the mobile app, or at a Capital One location. So you can go that route if you want to. Just make sure you mention the promo code and have them input it for you through the process. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can open it yourself online through the website or through the mobile app. Now, for opening a 360 Performance Savings account with Capital One, you must be a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident with a United States physical address. And you must be at least 18 years old and have a United States-based mobile phone number and a social security number or an ITIN, individual tax identification number. Typically, banks and financial institutions don't do the hard pull on your credit when you're opening a checking and savings account, things like that. However, there is a mention that they might and that they could if they wanted to or needed to. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you don't have a social security number, but you have an ITIN, you won't be able to open this account online. It states right here in the fine print that if you have an individual taxpayer identification number, you cannot open an account online. You may open an account in a Capital One location using your ITIN if you're a United States person for tax purposes and can complete an IRS Form W-9. So if you fall into that category, then you'll need to visit a physical Capital One location in order to open the account. Now, I'm going to hit on some of the main key features of the 360 Performance Savings account. They have a 3.50% APY currently, so that annual percentage yield, 3.50%, a nice high yield, not the highest in savings accounts. I do videos every other month of the top 10 10 savings accounts ranked by APY. And yeah, there's accounts with higher APYs than that. Capital One made the honorable mentions of that video, so I talk about that because they are a very well-known and well-liked bank with a nice mobile app and a nice high yield. Not the highest, but it's definitely a nice account. And I have a more in-depth overview video of this account on my channel. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. A lot of information in detail in that video. Now, some other key features of this account is FDIC insured, very important. So for a single account, up to that standard $250,000 will be covered under that FDIC insurance. And then with a joint account, you can have up to $500,000 covered. And now with this Capital One savings account, there's no monthly maintenance fees, no $2, $3 fee, anything like that. Nothing you have to do to avoid the fee, none of that. Also, there's no minimum balance requirements and there's no initial deposit requirement. However, you're going to want to do some kind of initial deposit to obtain this bonus. Let's get into the deposit section of the video. Step number 2, deposit money into this account. Now, step number 2 is all about depositing money into this account. Now, there's some specifics about depositing money into this account, and this will also determine your bonus amount, how much you actually deposit into the account. So first up, you have to deposit at least $20,000 of external funds during the 15-day initial funding period. So yes, when you open this account, you'll have 15 days to fund it with a certain amount that you want to fund it with in order to get the bonus that you're aiming for. And there it is right there, broken down. And there's 3 different bonus amounts for this promotion. Now you can't get like all 3, so it's not gonna be able to be, all those combined. So if you have between $20,000 to $49,999.99 deposited in your account in that 15-day initial funding period, your bonus is going to be $300. And if you deposit between $50,000 and $99,999.99, then your bonus is going to be $750. And if you deposit $100,000 or more, then your bonus is going to be $1,500. So how much you deposit into this new account is going to determine your bonus amount. Now, you don't have to deposit these amounts all at once. You can break it down between a couple of different, transfers. If you're aiming for, $50,000, you can deposit, maybe $20,000 in the first couple of days, $15,000 next few days, and then $15,000 again in the next few days after that. So you can break it down into increments if you need to, or if you want to. You just want to make sure it all lands in that account within that 15-day initial funding period. And also very important, all of the funds have to be from external sources. It states right here in the fine print. I put it in the bottom of the slide as well. Capital One considers externally sourced funds as any funds that are deposited into your account from a source such as another financial institution that was not affiliated with Capital One prior to January 1st, 2025. So if you have some kind of other Capital One account somewhere else that falls into the realm of Capital One, that will not be an external source. If you have a Capital One checking account, you transfer it to this new savings account, that's not an external source. It needs to come from another bank, another financial institution. You're transferring the money from, your Bank of America account, your JP Morgan Chase account, your Ally account, your SoFi account, your Wells Fargo account, wherever you have the other funds at, it needs to come from external source. So outside of Capital One, those would count as external funds. Doesn't have to be all at once. Now, in terms of limits, sometimes when you try to transfer a certain amount or you hit a certain limit within a certain day, you can only transfer this amount and so forth and so forth. So if you run into that, there is a scenario. If your account is subject to any limits that prevent you from transferring amounts, you would need to initiate the deposit by another external method, such as mobile deposit or setting the initial deposit to send rather than be retrieved from your external financial institution. So if you're setting up these transfers within your Capital One 360 performance savings account and you hit some kind of a limit where you're not able to transfer any more into the account, then you may want to log into your externally sourced funded account. So whatever other bank you're transferring the funds from to this new Capital One account. So log into your account with that other bank, that financial institution, and then perform the transfer from that account to your new Capital One account. So that is a way you can get around maybe hitting a limit with Capital One if you're doing it all from within the Capital One account. Dealing with these tens of thousands of amounts, you may bump into a little limit here and there. You have that 15-day initial funding period, so sometimes you may have to wait a few days or something like that. But if you wanted to kind of do it in a closer range, you may want to log in with your account at that external bank account. So yeah, there are ways to get around it, and definitely depending on which bonus you're going for, you may or may not need to do that. You see it right there laid out, the deposit amounts and their bonus that you will get from them. Now, let's get on to what do we need to do after you deposit that money within that 15 days? You need to maintain a balance. You need to hold the funds in that account. So you have to hold your deposits in your new account for at least 90 days after the 15-day funding period. So even if you hit your amount that you want to deposit into the account within, 5 days, 10 days, something like that, that funding period is still going to be 15 days. So you don't have to keep funding it within that funding period. If you hit your amount within a week or 10 days or something, that doesn't mean you have to keep funding it. You can just hold it there. And once that 15 days is up, you need to hold it there for 90 days at least. And if you have it in a certain range you want it in, make sure it doesn't drop underneath that range. If you got to take some money out, just make sure it doesn't go underneath the range for those 3 ranges right there, or else you'll be dropped down to that bonus. If it drops below 20,000, then you won't get a cash bonus. So with your deposit, have it right there still, the ranges, the deposit amounts, and the bonus, just as a reminder. That's it right there. I won't go over that again. I went over that in step number 2, but yeah, those are the deposit amounts and the bonus that you will receive for those deposit amounts. So if anytime during that 90 days though, your balance drops into a lower tier, then you will be rewarded that tier's bonus. So keep that in mind. You got $50,000 in that savings account and you want to get that $750 bonus. Keep it at least $50,000. You don't have to do more. You can do more. You can put 70,000, 60,000, 80,000 if you want to. But if you have just 50,000 in there, you don't want to transfer out from that account. Just keep that in there and you'll be accumulating interest in there. So it's going to be more than $50,000 because, this account currently has that 3.50% APY. So you're going to get credited that interest each month. So you'll have more than 50,000 in this scenario. If you just have 50,000 in the account, you'll have more that next month and then more that next month from the interest that you're going to earn. So just make sure you keep that amount and don't let it drop to a certain tier underneath, or then you'll get that lower bonus. Even if you deposit more money into that account within that 90-day period and bump it up at 50,000 or more, you're already going to be pretty much getting that $300 bonus. You already dropped down to that lower tier. So keep that in mind. And if you drop down beneath that 20,000, like I stated, then you won't get any cash bonus at all. Even if you drop down for 1 day or so, and then you add more money to it to get at 20,000 or more, it's too late. You drop below 20,000, no cash bonus. Now you can make additional deposits into this account during this 90 days, during any time before you have the account open. It just won't go towards the deposit amount for the bonus. Now let's get into step number 4, receiving the bonus. Now Capital One is going to deposit the bonus into your account within 60 days after you have completed all of the requirements. And there's a time frame for this. So 60 days after all of the requirements, which includes the holding period. So the initial funding period is 15 days. Then the hold period for maintaining that balance, holding that amount you want to have in the account for the bonus, that's 90 days. And then you'll earn the bonus within 60 days after the hold period. So if all the steps are followed, you should technically receive the bonus within 165 days of account opening. That's that 15 days plus 90 days, 105 days, and then within 60 days of that, so total 165 days. Now, typically with these sign-up bonuses and bank bonuses, when I do them personally, after I meet the requirements and the time frame, I usually get my bonus within a few days from that. Like I rarely have ever had it where like weeks have gone by or something. I'm like, and I have to check like, when am I getting this bonus? Usually it's pretty quick. Within a few days, boom, the bonus shows up. So I haven't ran into any bonuses that take that full 30 or 90 days or 60 days that they say, within this amount of days. Typically it's within a few days and not within like 30, 60 or however many days that they give you. Now it's there because it may happen, but that's the time frame right there for receiving your bonus. Now, very important to keep in mind, in order to receive your bonus, your new 360 Performance Savings account must be open and in good standing. You'll have a balance in the account already, so it'll be a positive balance in the account because you're holding that balance in the account to obtain that bonus. So you have that going on. So just keep it in good standing, keep it open, get that bonus. Now, once you receive the bonus and everything and it settles in the account, you're free to do with that bonus whatever you want to. If you want to transfer that amount of money out to another account, transfer all of the money out, end up closing it. You had to go through a period of that, time frame with the limits of transfers and everything. But you could do that if you want. You don't have to keep that full amount in after you receive the bonus. You could do with this account what you please in the money and the funds within the account. Now, we're talking about bonuses. I got to mention taxes. In the fine print as well, Capital One states that bonuses are considered interest and will be reported on IRS Form 1099-INT. So if you're familiar with these bonuses, you do your own taxes and everything, you know the place to input the information for that, how to go forth with that and everything. If you get someone else to do your taxes, just take that form, that 1099-INT that you'll receive from Capital One, take that with you with all your other documents you're going to take with you to get your taxes done. So standard process. And you may be wondering, okay, is it even worth to do the bonus because of the taxes and everything? This is not financial advice or anything, but typically you're not going to get taxed, of course, the amount that the bonus is. So it's not like, you'll get a $750 bonus and you'll get taxed that or more. Typically, it's not going to be that much more towards it. It's just that's going towards your income and things like that. So your scenario could be, I'm not going to tell you what to do for sure, not financial advice. Me personally, I've done bonuses. I still do bonuses here and there every now and then. And I've never really ran into something where it's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that bonus. Now I owe all of these taxes or something like that. If you receive your bonus in your account in 2026, well, then you won't be getting that form in the mail until 2027, January, February, and that'll be for those taxes, your 2026 taxes that you file in 2027. So it depends on when you receive the bonus in your account, what year you receive it in your account. Then it will go towards that year of taxes, that form and so forth. And that is it, everybody, with the Capital One 360 Performance Savings Bonus, where you can earn up to $1,500 just by opening a new account, if you're eligible, depositing a certain amount of money into the account from external funds and letting it sit there, maintaining that balance while earning some interest on that balance as well. And then boom, you can set yourself up with a nice bonus to do with it as you please. That's it with the video, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.